Well, let's be fair. It is, of course, Fox News that is race baiting and being divisive. But it's not just Fox News. It's also other right-wing outlets like Newsmax TV, where Newsmax TV host Steve Malzberg welcomed, I believe he's a Fox contributor, Ben Stein.
Oh, right.
And, when Ben Stein is not busy sexting women that he meets in public places, essentially for the promise of meager amounts of cash, apparently. Ben just likes to help out pretty young women, as he says. Well, here he is going on Steve Malzberg's Newsmax TV and explaining that if you are black and you are tall and you are strong, then it is impossible for you to be considered unarmed. That's it, folks. If you're a black guy, you are necessarily armed. Or so Ben Stein would have us believe.
CNN just endlessly assuming a fact, not an evidence, which is that it is standard procedure for white policemen to kill unarmed black teenagers. Now, first of all, it isn't standard procedure. It's an extremely rare thing when it happens. Second, the idea of calling
it's extremely rare, although what have we seen, like 3 of them in the past week. But I guess it's true. If you count up all the black males who live in the entire world, it's not such a big number. Ben Stein, go ahead.
This poor young man, unarmed, when he was 6'4", 300 pounds, full of muscles, apparently, according to what I read in the New York Times, on marijuana. To call him unarmed is like calling Sonny Liston unarmed or Cassius Clay unarmed. I mean, he wasn't unarmed. He was armed with his incredibly strong, scary soul.
All right, Eric Holder.
Now, I guess this guy who Ben Stein never met is just scary by virtue of he's a big guy. There is a difference. Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston were professional boxers. But even then, I don't think it would be fair to call them armed either.
This isn't like the Boxers' Rebellion. You're not able to like bounce bullets off of your body because you have a certain like body mass. That's insane.
Yeah, you really like that joke. All right, let's go.
Doing what he has done. The third. Yeah. How do you spell that, by the way? The third autopsy, going down there saying this is personal. How on earth does a person get a fair trial when the top law enforcement officer in the country makes these remarks?
Well, he doesn't, and of course they don't want him to get a fair trial. They're not looking for a fair trial. They're looking for a lynching jury, and it's a very sad state of affairs. I mean, it used to be, there was a time, even in my youth, because I'm a lot older than you, when lynchings of African Americans were not that incredibly rare. Now the lynchings are the police, and it's just an outrage. And by the way, notice that in both this case and in Trayvon Martin's case, it's the very large so-called victim attacking a policeman who winds up dead. I mean, if they just would not attack the policeman, if they would just talk to the policeman in a reasonable way instead of attacking the policeman, nobody would be dead.
There's Ben Stein expressing not only his blatant racism when it comes in describing a black man as necessarily scary if they are big, but also his complete ignorance as to how often police officers are actually convicted of these killings.
I think he also needs a refresher about what happened with Trayvon Martin.
That's right. I don't know that he ever paid much attention other than the fact that the victim was black. Creepy guy following you is now a cop, according to Ben Stein.